Hi guys, welcome back to part 2. Don't forget to go back and check part 1, which is mostly the progress of the front yard whilst we were traveling in the end of autumn here in Australia. Before I go to the back, I just wanted to show you a little bit more progress from the front. Check out this West Indian key lime. This is the best year ever since I planted it. It's just going crazy with flowers and young fruit. Look at that. We have a Tahiti lime in the back that's incredibly bountiful. But this variety, the key lime, it's half the size. It's really small, but it's very, very pungent, limey, juicy kind. And for the first 4 years, it wasn't doing anything. I was lucky to get 1 or 2 fruit from it. And now, in its 6th year, coming on to 7, it's just exploding. It's exploding with fruit, flowers, and growth. I've got to have to trim that up there. I don't want it to go that tall. And even greater news is this guy here next to it. The Surinam Cherry, or Brazil cherry, is sending out flower buds, guys. First time since I planted it 7 years ago that it's doing that in winter, right? It usually does this in early spring or end of winter, but I've never seen it during the final week of autumn. Yeah, it's decided to give us a show, a flower budding show. Hang on, they're all spread out, so I'm really excited about that. I know that Brett in London got his to flower, or even fruit, I'm not sure. It's very hard to keep up with all the channels, guys. I'm so busy. And my apologies for not doing so. But I'm doing my best. I really am, to keep up with everyone. Yeah, Brett in London. I think he got his first Surinam cherry to flower or fruit, or both. In a pot, of course. It's a lot easier in a pot. So really excited to see what this guy does over winter. I wasn't expecting this outdoors in the ground, right? Remember, these are in-ground trees I'm showing you, not in pots or protected in greenhouses. So great news on the Surinam cherry whilst we were gone. None of these buds were here 2 weeks ago. Not one of them. And of course a lot of new growth too. See all the new growth? The tips? Then when we come around the corner here to the Glen Mango. Look how healthy it looks. This is the guy that gave us our first mango back in early April. Nice big Glen Mango, if you go back and look. In ground also, right? That's a post, a metal stake. I have it to hold it up because it collapsed. The whole thing collapsed 3 years ago to the ground. It just fell on the ground here when I was using a wooden stake. Forget the wooden stake, man. I'm so happy the tree didn't snap in half. It was a miracle. So anyway, here it is, the Glen Mango, looking brilliant. Looking forward to seeing it flower for us at the end of winter in August. Oh, I almost forgot one more thing before we leave the front. The Jamaica berry, or as we call it in Australia, the Panama Berry, guys. It's still alive. It's still alive and kicking here in the front yard. I have it in the ground. I've got 2 of them, right next to the banana here, and this mandarin orange tree, which is kicking butt. These are the early mandarins, and they're all ready to go, ready to eat. Go at it. Yeah, so 1 Panama berry. I'm not sure if it dropped its little fruit buds. Oh no, it still has them. There you are. I don't think it's gonna fruit now in winter, but it's still there. Gives me hope, right? There's a couple more there. Gives me hope when I see this. And there's a few others too. So this is the other Panama berry here, also protected by a banana and the fence right there. This one is a little bit more exposed than the other one because the pomegranate, which was also giving it some protection, is going to drop all its leaves, so that protection barrier is gone until October. Yeah, so now we go to the backyard, guys. Okay, we're in the back now. It's getting a little later in the day too, so the sun is moving over there, so this is like partly shaded now. Should have done the video a little earlier, but that's all right. Check out the Tamarillo. Again, just like with the white Sapotes, absolute stunner. And this flowering ginger, which smells like the tropics as well. Very sweet fragrance, beautiful. So we might not be in Townsville or Cairns, but you know what? I never saw any fruit trees during our entire stay in far north Queensland. Can you believe that? Everyone just planted these ornamental gingers and frangipanis, especially plumeria, what have you, and see you later. We're off to work, we're off to school. No one cares as long as these look beautiful, right? We're in the tropics. What about the fruit? Are we going to go to Woolworths and Coles and pay $2 for every one of these tamarillos and $5 for an avocado? Really? When we're in the tropics? Bizarre, man. So I didn't see any fruit up there. It was a shocker, but shouldn't really be shocked. I've been going up there for almost 15 years. No surprises. So, look at this. Let's go into a little fruit jungle. Yeah, it's messy, but so is the jungle. Look, all the fruit that's fallen on the ground. Here's the banana rack I picked a few weeks ago. And talking about bananas, I'll show you how the bananas turned out. I have them in the kitchen. Look at this, banana right in front of my face. Huh? Cool, huh? Yeah, so this is great for kids to grow tamarillo. So much fun. It's like a psychedelic fruit tree. And the best thing is, it's in winter time. That's when it does its best. That's when it shines. Yeah, here in cold, freezing Melbourne. There's my newest avocado tree that I scored back in March at the market. Doing mighty well without my help. See that? In a nice big pot. until he gets planted either next March or the March in the following year. I want it to become a beast before I put him in the ground. He's already 2.2 meters in a pot. That's to replace the lamb Hass, which I'm sad to announce kicked the bucket from root rot. That's the beautiful coffee plant, the coffee tree, in full sunshine. Look at that. Beautiful, huh? And best of all, guys, a record amount of beans we're gonna get in this coming season. There's over 100 beans throughout the plant. Just one plant. It's even wanting to flower still. Every branch has got like a dozen beans. So I'm guessing there's about 200 beans on this little baby. It's almost 10 years old, but baby sized coffee tree. Look at that. I ain't kidding you. I wish I'd planted 10 of these when I got this one. It's absolutely packed. It sure took its time to get going. So yeah, you can grow coffee in Melbourne, in ground, unprotected, but it's going to take a lot longer, like this did, to get established. If I had it in the greenhouse for the first 3 years, it would have been, well, not necessarily big, but it would have been fruiting a lot sooner. As you can see, we're in full winter mode. All the fig leaves are gone. Bye-bye. These are the spring oranges, which have started to turn color. They're ready in October, November. The ice cream bean seedlings are coming along well. This pear tree I'm going to remove, as I already told you in a previous video, with a chainsaw. It's going. The Fuyu persimmon has gone into winter mode. Some more ice cream beans. Thinking of leaving them out, even though they're getting a little cold here. Survival of the fittest, guys. I'm gonna try to harden them over winter. There's so many of them. Surely the ones that make it are the ones you want, right? The green sapote getting a lot of new growth as we come into winter. This one is doing the best out of the two I have in ground. And this is the Sue Bell white sapote, which is only like 4 years old, maybe 5. And it's going to give us its first fruit real soon. First year that it's fruited. The green sapote again from a different angle. Looks like it's going to be our champion over winter, unlike the other sooks. The Mame sapote and the Chico sapote. Pamelas are almost ready. They're usually ready at the end of July and through August and into September, so they come through winter and early spring. These are big. B3 or Bosworth Lychee in ground with a new growth that got smashed during our hailstorm a month ago, but yet still hanging in there, trying to get new growth. Very green, very healthy. This is the only one I have in ground, and it's looking fine. It's only been there for just short of 2 years. This is the lamb hass, which looks dead. I'm still giving it a little hope, maybe. I'm gonna give it till the end of winter. And then in August, September, I'm gonna pull it out. I need the room, guys. See what it's doing? It's getting all this dieback on many of the laterals. I need the room here. I can't fool around waiting for him to recover or not. Got other guys that want to go in here. So, the ice cream bean. He'll be ready next month, the month of June, which is next week. So, hundreds and hundreds of ice cream beans. Some nice fatties up there. That one there. Looking very nice. And the beautiful new growth too. Yep. We're doing it all here, guys. Not just apples and pears and celery, like some of the folks have been saying in the forums, making fun of temperate fruit growers. Jabuticaba, which is now in its 11th year, I noticed was flowering, which is awesome. I noticed one flower on it 2 weeks ago when we left, and from one flower now it seems to have maybe 100 flowers. They're hard to see though. They got this very dull look. Can you see that? Very dull. And they're all over. They're all over, guys. Top, bottom. See that? Everywhere. On every branch. The focus though is not gonna play with me. Not gonna play good. But I'm pretty happy that it's showing some. Oh, there you are. Showing some positive results, right? And there's a fruit even right there, so I can't complain about that. That was a nice welcome back home gift, right? To get that. And there's a lot more up there. See those flowers? The whole tree is like this, all the way out to the edge. I'll film this again when it's sunny. Sun's now gone because it's very dull. Jabuticaba finally doing its thing. And here we have the pink guava, which is a incredible guava as far as the tree, the fruit. Very handsome, even more handsome than the Indian white. This is the prettiest guava out of all that I have, unless the 3 new ones like I have can surpass it in the years to come. These are ready at the end of winter, around August, September. And it's grown into a beautiful big tree, which is what I want, but not too big. Okay guys, I'm going to wrap up this part 2 and come with the part 3. Yep, we still have our Hass avocados hanging all through late summer and all through autumn. And now they're also going to hang here through winter. Isn't that cool? To have a natural storage center for avocados. Huh? They're still around, I would say 60 to 80 avocados on this has. We've only eaten like 20 in the last 3 months. And here are the new ones that are coming for 2022. The babies for next year. So it's all simultaneous with the current ones. Amazing. Not a problem. Has. Lamb has was my favorite tree, but it looks like I have to change that now since the lamb has kicked the bucket to the has as reliable. Okay, stay tuned for part 3. This is the end of part 2. Thanks for watching and see you soon.